My name is Anton from Drive Stick Shift, and today we're working on the Sambar 98 Sambar. Just giving her some updates on some things she desperately needs. One of them is the rear engine mount. She has a few different engine mounts, and this one, if you can see it, it's right over here, is shredded, already coming apart. The engine mount just has 2 bolts. You even have it labeled with R to tell you which side it is, because both sides do have engine mounts. The other side is looking pretty good, oddly enough. So we have our engine. The one that's bothering me, which engine mount, is this one over to the side. You can see it's already coming apart. The plastic is all dilapidated on it. So that's the one that we're going to be replacing. This guy just has 2 bolts. One bolt is sticking out right here, and the other one on the opposite side, right here. One is there, and one is right in here. And those are 2 we're gonna take out. Now, first thing we wanna do is we just wanna jack the engine up. Okay, so I have the truck on the ground, and I have just my scissor jack propped up right under the engine. Just want to lift that up until some of the tension got taken off of this engine mount. So now when I do break the nuts free, I'm going to open up the tail for it. This part is going to give me easier access, and it'll be easier to detach it and attach a new one. I'm going to start off by breaking the nuts free and taking it off, putting a new one on. Okay, so to get it off, we want to be using a 14 millimeter. I'm using my 2-lant wrench set. And to get on here, we're going to be pushing up. Wow, that just came off ridiculously well. It baffles me how easy certain things come off on this truck considering how old it is. Honestly, it blows my mind. This thing's 20. What we want to be doing is we want to be taking out this heat shield with these little vents here. It has 4 bolts going down the line. So right now we're going to just work on taking those out. Alrighty, and now, okay, so it's a 2-part. The nut needs to be, boom, there it is. And after some longer than I'd like to admit fighting, the easiest option I found is if you take, jack up on the engine bell housing, it looks like, to oil pan, nice little flat space so it fits in between, fits right in that puck-like thing on my scissor jack. This is going to elevate the actual engine mount, raise it, and open up this gap that we have. So if we jack it up, we end up bringing up the engine up a bit and opening up this gap, and our 4 bolts are right in here. Now this is not going to give you a ton of room, but it is going to increase it by, I don't know, an inch, maybe an inch and a half too. And now we can start to get a 12 millimeter on these 4 bolts that we have. I don't know if I'm just lucky or if everyone's K truck is like this. The nuts were not crazy tight, so I was able to fit in different kind of wrenches. You are going to be able to just break it free afterwards. You do have one of these like swivel heads that you can get in there. That'll make it easier to take them out. Mine's kind of beefy, so I'm not getting the best amount of clearance. But right now I'm just going to start to unscrew them all the way. Thank God they were not crazy hard to break free. That's not that to brag about. Okay, and just the rest of the way by hand. There we go, 4 of these tough nuts That's what's keeping it in. But anyway, once the first one's gone, the optimism kicks in. The car itself I have not jacked up. I have it in gear, I have it shocked off. Now you can see dancing around. What you can't see is on the front side. Also, the engine mount is equally dancing around. Alrighty. Got it. That is the old mount. Alright, we finally got the engine mount out. So we just compare it, new engine mount, old engine mount. Old engine mount already started separating right here. It's also sagging, the engine mount is going to be in there this way. I can also see on the top part where you have the brackets. This one definitely has also a wider distance, so it's starting to sag. This should keep my engine a little bit higher up, a little more perky. Now when you are installing them, small end goes on the inside, big wide end goes on the outside. Furthermore, you're going to have these sort of like teeth. It's a tooth, really, singular, on either side of it, so it fits in. So you know exactly when it locks in. There's no questions about did you get it in the right spot or not. So now let's put this bad boy in, home stretch. Man, I twisted this guy inside and out. Okay, we can just pop off this little head shield. It fits in by 2 clips. Should have probably did that much earlier. Well, what can I say? I am not an expert at this. I'm learning as I go. And you may not be able to see it from this camera angle, but right here where it threads in, and here where it threads in, I don't know if you heard that, there was a second click there. Let me do the same one on this guy. There's that tooth we were talking about. I can go get the nuts for them. Now those are the 2 nuts that we had from the old mount. And just feed them on to the best of my ability. Starting to button this all up. Oh, that one's on there. Now, let's get the other side. This was a troublesome 4-bolt mount that we had. So let's just feed them on first outside the back. And keep it nice and loose. And then we already buckle it that bracket that mounts us to the engine. Ooh wee! I think we have an oil leak somewhere. Okay, oil is a little low. Yeah, that adds up. Well, either way, you should change it. And they say if you leak oil, you still got oil. When installing all the bolts, one thing I can recommend is just don't tighten everything in. First of all, get all the engine mount bolts situated, get the bracket for the engine mount also situated, loosely threaded, and then once everything is on, then we tighten it down. And once we have everything tightened down, don't forget to put on the heat shield and put on everything else that we've taken off. And otherwise, that's it, you're done. Engine mount is installed. Congratulations. And that is your new engine mount. Looks crisp, looks like the engine is hanging higher. I don't see any brakes in it. And again, this is what our old engine mount looked like. The crack there, it was already sagging. We have a bigger gap than we have here. New one looking nice and crisp. Congratulations. You're all done. Don't forget, lastly, to just put on this heat shield. It just kind of clips in place. So once you have it situated around your pipe, just poof, just press it in. And that's it.